it's one of Next Level Board Games, and today we're going to unbox SETI, a game by Tomas Holek and published by CGE Games. And this is a game for 1 to 4 players, and it's a heavy box, so I'm curious to see what all's in here and learn how to play this game. It looks pretty colorful based on the back, so I'm hoping that's the case. So there's the front, so you can kind of get an idea of what you're trying to do. All right, all kinds of tokens and bags, and so here are some pop-out tokens. I can see the backside is not the same. Oh, these are really dark blue, like almost like midnight, and then these are maybe like daytime, and also the satellites are different. I didn't notice it quite right at first. So there's these, and these just pop out easily. Oops, it's easier if you do one at a time. And then they have, you can see that they have, in the upper corner, it helps to get 2 different ones. They have the same thing as the back, where like that one has like the 3 symbol and that one has the 2 symbol, and they are slightly different shades of color. But it's easier to tell the number of them apart than it is the color. So there's those. So like, if you look really closely, the colors are slightly different, but it's not hugely different. So there's a bunch of these little tokens, and it also seems like, no, there's 2s and 1s. Okay, so there's a bunch of those tokens. And then you got a bunch of cards, and let's see. Whoa. I think this is all part of the game board. Let's see. Oh, this is big. Okay, so we've got this part of the game board, which looks like, interesting. It starts at 1 right here. It goes all the way to 100, so I'm going to guess it goes like all the way around the board. But there's like a little alien icon here and here. So I don't know if those are going to be like interactions, or it seems like it would trigger something, right? So there's that. Let's see. Single-sided. Oh, look at the other side. The other side is all decorated too. How pretty. Okay, so I'm going to, ooh, I don't know. Looks like there's room for cards on top too, though. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Wow. So it's pretty on both sides. How cool, but different. Okay, so this goes like this, and then I'm going to guess this pokes out. Should have done that first. Okay. And then there's also room on top for cards. So that's pretty. So there's room for different things over here and different little tracking things up here and like people, and like we're getting ready to launch a missile or something. Okay. So then, which is the first card matches that. So there's 2 big sets of cards. Both of them are like double sets of cards. So about like 4 decks of cards. Okay, so now we've got like a ton of these cards. I kind of want to see, let's see here. Let's look at the rule book really quick. Oh my gosh, that was so realistic. I thought that was a ribbon. I thought I was going to have to tear a ribbon off of it. Oh, this is a how to play video. Fabulous. Okay, so then here is the instruction booklet, and you can see this is tall. So like if you just had a normal game box, this wouldn't even fit in it. It's very tall. It's a tall game. So it's a good size, but like at the same time, stuff's not squished in here. Like everything is spaced out really well, so that's nice. So it's got like the board, the player pieces, general pieces, alien species. That's cool. So then these are it just says the main deck. It doesn't even have a name for it other than the main deck. Okay, well that's easy. And then, oh, those are rival action cards. Okay. So here's the setup, which kind of looks like a lot, but everything is really identified well. So once you get familiar with the pieces, probably not too bad. Oh wow, they have all 4 of those gold things in there. Interesting. Okay. Oh, they're double-sided. Okay, so I didn't even notice that. So these are, oh, they are double-sided. Okay, so the randomness is that they're double-sided. So here's 2 of them, and then the back side. Then here's 2 more. Whoops. And then their backs. So these get randomly put out. And so that would make for very different games, right? Because you get different combinations of them. So there's that. I just noticed that. And then the player setup, starting resources, the game overview of how to, like a card breakdown basically, launch a probe. So these are probably some of the actions. Orbit a planet, land on a planet or the moon, scan nearby stars. So this is just a bunch of the actions, and notice there's not, even though it's a lot of pages, like the type is a little bit bigger, and it's not like just tons of data. there's the gaps and pictures and stuff. So this is not going to take forever to read. The different tech things you can do. So here's a little tech tokens, milestones, passing between rounds. Just, oh, discovering an alien species, and then the end of the game and like the scoring and stuff, right? And then here, from here on is maybe the solo game. Let's see. Yep. So all the rest of that's a solo game, other than at the back there's some really good reminders and setup reminders and some FAQs and some picture stuff. Some of the terminology explanations. So even though it's a decent amount of pages, 20 pages, it's not, even though it's taller, it's probably 20 pages of a regular book too. So not like terrible. So there's that. So they're all very pretty. So this is, again, the same image as the back of the box, or the top of the box, I should say. And then there's a ton of these. So that's how many of these there are. I'm going to just show you some of them, and you know, it's only going to mean so much, but here are some of the cards. And I see that there are different numbers or different requirements, it looks like, because there's like different colors and different things here, and then specific actions as well. And maybe different triggers, because I've got stuff in the corner. Some of them have like energy, or what we call electricals. Anyway, all different kinds of stuff there. And there's, like I said, a lot of these. With all different kinds of artwork, unique artwork, and different benefits too, right? So I could see how there would be enough variety that you could go through several games and not see things a second time maybe. But like, look how pretty. The artwork is really neat. And they seem very similar. So like, I think once you understand what these icons mean, it'll be easy to understand what each card is, because they're all very similar in style. Just small differences in like up here and then like down here. And then obviously like what you actually get to do, what your special action is, right? Woo. So as you can see, the cards are slick. You would not have to sleeve these. They're nice and slick. Okay, so there's all those. Those are the main deck of cards. And I don't know where those would go, but then there's also 4 of these cards, and I'm going to guess maybe these are, I almost think these are maybe the player colors. We'll see. But there's only 4 of them, and they all look kind of the same. And then there's also something on the back. So it's almost like this is the area you're controlling. So there's those. Then we've got these other rival action cards. So this is for the solo game. But look how pretty, just the artwork on the back. This is super pretty. Very thematic. So these are some of the solo cards. These seem fairly complex. So there's those. Then we've got, oh, these must be the alien species. Whoa. Oh, I missed one card. I missed one from the main deck. I'll make it special because I missed the one. So it looks like these are the alien species cards. So these are, look how much there is for the 5 alien species. That's a lot of cards. And you'll see, I'll show you the 5 different types. So here's this one, the back of this one. And then on the inside, looks like this. It's very thematically colored, right? The back was red, lots of red in the images for that one. Then we've got this green one. And the back looks like this. And then, again, very thematic. So easy to tell the cards apart. That's really nice. It's very well organized. So I'm going to guess that maybe you only use one of these sets per game, but I could be wrong. And then purple. And then on this side, and I'm going to guess these are things that are going to make it harder for us to accomplish things. Or maybe better, I don't know. Maybe easier? Maybe this is us accomplishing our goals, I'm not sure. And then here's like a blue, like an ocean blue. And again, it's all very thematic, the cards. So these are things that are going to happen. Actually, it almost looks like these might be helpful. It's hard to tell. And then last but not least is sort of this yellow color. And then these guys here. These might actually be helpful cards. It's hard to say. So there's those. So those are the 5 sets of alien cards. And those are kind of like all the cards. Then we've got, let's see here. Bunch of sheets. Let's see. Okay. This looks like the different alien factions. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. That's an advertisement. And then 4, 5. Yeah, okay. So these are the same colors as those cards. So I'm not even going to try to pronounce these. Some of them are harder than others. So here would be the green. I think this is like all the setup and everything about it. And then kind of gives you information about them. And then there's also stuff on the back as well. So reaching some milestones and things like that. And then if you're playing solo play. So each one of the alien factions has its own little like overview sheet with some setup information and kind of behind the scenes information about them, like what we know, what we've learned. That's fun. And then, yeah, all of them, even the red ones. Oh, it almost looks like they have their own boards and stuff. How interesting. Okay. And then last but not least, the blue one. So very cool. So that's kind of nice that these are broken out away from the book so that you can have this like little reference sheet with the set of cards. Then we've got a bunch of tokens. Whoa, what is that? Oh, this must go in the middle. Oh my gosh, how's that going to work? It's like a, no, that can't be it. Maybe it goes here? I have no idea what that is. It's like some weird little like cup thing. What is that? Oh, it's the sun. It's the sun. Okay, well, I don't know why that wasn't obvious, but it just is such a, it's a weird shape with the lip, right? So it's the sun. It's textured up here as well. So I don't know if that goes up here, maybe. But there's a whole, it looks like there's a whole thing to put together with that. So that's probably not where that goes. Okay. This is the solar system board. This is the tech board. Oh, and then there's more. Okay. So then these are, what are these? Oh, data tokens. So cool. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. These are so freaking cool. There's ones and zeros like engraved into them. I doubt you'll be able to see that because they're not, well, it's actually, they're actually technically, no, it stands out. I couldn't tell at first. No, it's textured. So it's textured ones and zeros. You'll probably never be able to see it in the thing, but just trust me, these are super cool for data tokens. Bunch of zeros and ones. I love that. Uh-oh, except for I dropped one. I'll find that later. But anyway, those are those. They're definitely very round. That's super cool. And then now we've got, let's see, looks like some satellites and little extra pieces. I have no idea what these would be. So, kind of that side. So some satellites and then also some other small little pieces. And I'm not a scientist, so I have no idea what those are. But there's a whole bunch more of those than there is the actual satellite. So maybe this like tracks the beam or something? I don't know. I have no idea. But those are, oh, these must be in the player colors because there's 4 more of the same thing. Okay. So that's like a, kind of like a color, the color of dirt almost, right? Like play dirt. And then there's green, silver, and purple, or green, gray, and purple. So then let me show you what the green one looks like, the green ones. Oh, and the satellites are different. Oh wait, there's a separate thing. Hold on. Hold on. There's another thing too. Let me show you one of each of the satellites. There's several more things. Hang on. There's like a microphone and like almost what looks like a trophy or something. I think that's it. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. So there is more than just satellites in there. There's also this like, I'm holding the world thing. Oh, score counter. Okay. So here's the score counters for each color. And these are the player colors. So it's like a brownish color, purple, a gray, and a green. So there's that piece. Then there's also a satellite for each one, and these are the same type of satellite, same design, sorry. Different colors, but same design. And then last but not least, we have like a microphone, which says it's, oh, publicity counter. Okay, so that's what those look like. A really cool, like fancy microphone. And then they have, like I already showed you, the little extra pieces. I have no idea what those are, but there's a bunch of those in each color. So there's those too. And so that's the player colors, the player pieces. Then we've got what looks like a bunch more boards and stuff. Oh, tons of punch outs. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me pull this all at once just so you can see. This is all the board / punch out stuff. That's why the box is so heavy. It's a lot of stuff. Oh, there's also little stickers. Some sort of little thing of stickers. It looks, I think it's stickers. So maybe that's to put something together. We'll see. Okay, so let me get rid of this. Oh, I forgot this part right here. I think these are player aids. So they have like a little thing here for like bending. I don't want to mess with it. Oh, nope, it is that. Okay. Okay, so these are our quick reference sheets and they just came full out, but then they're set up ready to fold. So they show them in the book like this, which I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I love the back. It's iconography. So like all the different little icons so you can learn what all those different things like. So earlier when I was seeing this is one publicity, which we just saw the tracker for that. And then this one credit. We definitely saw a lot of that. And I was right. That was actually energy. Woohoo, I got one right. And then here's like the main actions per turn. So that's really cool. And the end of a round. And then in here is sort of like some special scoring things and like kind of more information about specific things so you don't have to try to memorize it. And then the computer tech too. Cool. So these are really nice. These are not paper. I mean, they are paper, but they're like a very durable paper, right? And I don't know the right word because I'm also not in printing. Boy, my skills aren't coming in very handy. All my knowledge bases is not this. It's not in printing. But these are really nice and they seem extremely durable. So I'm not saying I couldn't tear it, but you would have to really work at it. So they seem like they're going to last a long time. And they're good sized. Everything is a really good sized, easy to read, easy to see, color coordinated. These are really well laid out, I would say. I really like. Okay, we appreciate those a lot. And then, okay, more, let's see here. This must be the planet board. Yeah. Okay, and then there's also some additional tiles, which I don't know what these are. Gold scoring tiles. Okay, well, that's exactly what they look like. So then we've got these for gold scoring tiles. Well, I'll show you two. They seem really different, so I'll just show you 2 and 2. So that's probably like end game scoring maybe. And then there's 2 more. I'm assuming these are like randomly set up, again, to make games different, which is nice. We like that. And then this goes, oh, this probably goes under the other side of where I'm at. So let's see here. I'm gonna run out of table here. Let's give it a go. Okay, push this forward. I also think maybe cards go here. Some sort of cards is what I would guess. It's kind of nice that they have a spot there for it. So then this, maybe here. It lines up. I'm just gonna push a little bit more and hopefully that doesn't fall off. So here's the rest of this. And of course now it's upside down. Here's what it actually looks like, the planet board. And there's definitely some things that are gonna go up here. But in general, I think that it sets up like this, since that one is pretty much has to be the one that goes there. So there's that. And then, oops. Oh, these data tokens. My data's trying to get away. Rude. Okay. Then we've also got, let's see. Oh, this opens up. Okay. So then we've got, what are these? Sector boards. Oh my gosh. I wonder if these are, no, they don't match our player colors. Okay. I was gonna say maybe each player gets one. I don't think so. So we've got 4 sector boards. There's not gonna be a way to do that. Okay, let me show you 2. So here's a couple of the sector boards. So colorful. I'm wondering if these go, maybe these go here. No, they don't fit. It's not the right circle. Okay, no idea where these play out. But then here's the other 2. So it definitely looks like you can do different things. Maybe these are off to the side or something. And then we've got maybe probably some like VPs and, oh, those tiles, these tiles. I just found these tiles are solo objective tiles. These are part of the solo game. I put that over here so I know. What are, these seem like energy and this is, oh, credits and energy tokens. Okay, so energy and credits. So that's what those are. Okay. And these are probably like VPs or something. And this is probably like one of these for each player if you happen to pass 100, which sounds amazing, but we'll see. Sometimes we don't need these tokens until we play a few times. Oh my gosh, the other side actually has 200. Okay. So here's the 100s and 200s for each player. So again, the board goes up to 100, so then you would take one of these when you hit 100. If and when that happens. We'll be hopeful. Okay, and then tokens and credits, energies and credits. And then we've got, oh my gosh, a lot of stuff. Where does all this stuff go? Oh, okay, this is gonna be the player boards. Got it. So it says 4 player boards to be assembled, and it's meant to curve here. So I'm gonna assume this curves, and then we pop, it's gotta be that we pop these things out. Okay, these are a little hard to work with. Let's see if you can see that. So it's a double-sided circle of a sticker. And we're gonna put these here. Try not to touch it too much so we don't lose the sticky, because they're small little, so then that's what it is. It's just a small little sticker. But this is not what I would call too much assembly, really. It's just little assembly. Last but not least, the third one. Okay, and then you probably can't really see, but now I've got a sticker here, and here, and here. And I'm gonna close that up. And now, dual layered board, and it sticks. Okay, so that's gonna be one of the player boards. And so I'll have to do that 3 more times. I'm not gonna make you suffer through that, but that's what that looks like. And then with it was just more electricity, more energy, whatever they call it. And then as you can see, I have, here's one. This one comes with the credits. 2 more of the electricity or energy, and then last but not least 3, which makes 4 with more credits. So that's what all of those are, is our little dual layered boards we're gonna have to put together. Oh, so here's more. Oh, this is the sun, the solar system disc. I saw this, okay. Let's see if we can figure out how this works. More assembly required. I don't know what they think they're doing to me. Oh, it actually shows, oh my gosh, that's so clever. So look at this piece right here. It shows garbage on that. Like to let you know you don't need that piece. That is so cool. It makes me wonder about some of the other things I punched out and threw out off into the floor. I guess we'll find out. But also here, this one, see, it's a big piece here and it shows garbage. That is super clever for letting you know, like, so you don't have to second guess. Do I need this part or not? And like even these little pieces, like, I don't need that, right? Sometimes I second guess and I'm like, set it all aside until we know what we're doing. How does this work? Let's see here. Rotation tokens. Yeah, so these tokens here are solar system rotation tokens. They were in there, but obviously ones you would want to keep. Oh, darn. Okay, well now I've got all these things stacked up. Hold on. This is why I'm not an engineer. Okay. One of these times I'll tell you what I am instead of telling you what I'm not. I think this goes here. I'm probably never going to be able to get this right, but let's see here. And then, oh no. Okay. Let's see. I probably don't need to tell you the things I'm not. Probably wouldn't be hard to tell I'm not an engineer. All right, let's see here. Yeah, these are probably going to go here, and they're going to open up, oh shoot, open up like attacks and things, and then sometimes block stuff. And then these can also rotate. Now, I don't know how we're going to track that, but okay. So there's that. That makes so much more sense. Okay. Then we've got, oh, these are going to be, I think, some of the alien things. Yeah, so the aliens do have their own board. So this would be, it would match with the purple, for example. So here's the card, and here's that ship in the background. And I'm going to assume these are all the pieces for that alien encounter. Yeah, definitely these pieces here. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh yeah, these might be somewhat mixed up. We might have to spend a few minutes like breaking these into like, oh, this is this section, this species, and this is that one. But anyway, here's what these look like. Here's some of the tokens that go with it. Some of these might be for some of the other ones. I'm not 100% sure. But there's a decent amount of tokens going on. Then here's a couple of the other ones. Again, the artwork, really cool. Lots of pieces. But I see a lot of the same symbols. No, those are satellites, but they look like planes almost. But then there's a lot of the same like iconography, right? So there's I don't think it's gonna be super duper hard to understand the different parts. Oh, here's a cool moon. I don't know where that goes, but then 2 more of the alien section boards, and then this might be the last bits of the solo play. Yes, so that's also going to be the solo play. These 4 pieces here. And I had wondered, because in the book I saw levels 1, 2, and 3. I showed you those other ones with the really dark colors and the 2s and the 3s, but I didn't see the ones. Well, here they are. So that's everything that's in SETI. As you can see, there are like several different boards. There's the planet board, the tech board, and then like the main planet, along with the solar system kind of going on here. There are 5 different alien factions, and each comes with its own really cool little card to show like what all the little parts are going with it, the cards, the board that goes with it. There are special boards for each one. Let me show you one of these really fast. Here's an example of one, and on the back it shows you an alien, just in case you weren't sure what it was for. And then there's, you kind of have to make it yourself a little bit, but it's really just popping these pieces out and using little stickers. And then you have a dual layered player board, which is very cool. There's also stuff on the back, so I don't know, maybe this is solo play, I'm not 100% sure, but this side is very colorful and they all 4 look the same. And then also really cool, something that we love is like a really nice player aid for every single player, and it opens up really durable material. That's nice. And then the factions. So you've got all your little tokens and your satellites and different things, plus a ton of regular cards. So in addition to the 5 different alien factions, which has its own cards, you also have all these. So it looks like there's kind of a lot going on, but I did notice on the front of the rulebook, that there's a how to play, which is very cool. So we like that, and it makes it easier. So it is a pretty good size manual, so it's probably gonna take a little bit of time, but I definitely think I'm gonna utilize that. But otherwise, I'm super excited to learn how to play this game. It's colorful, there's a lot going on, and it's a theme that I like, and I think it's gonna be super fun. Thanks for watching Next Level Board Games.